Hey, welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day, and thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. We are back playing Magic the Gathering Arena with a new deck, Selesnya +1/+1 counters. This green and white aggro deck is tearing it up for me right now in the ranked queue. A new season, so we've been reset from Mythic to Platinum. In today's video, we'll break down the deck list, talk about the strategies and synergies held within, demonstrate this within our gameplay footage against the best decks and players in the game right now, and of course we'll wrap up with our final thoughts, deck review, bonus sideboard guide, and of course our beloved pack opening. Don't go anywhere, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to help support. You can also become a YouTube member to challenge me directly every single week live on YouTube one-on-one. Here is the deck. Selesnya +1/+1 counters is the name of the game, built for best of one. However, we do have the sideboard available for all of our traditional players. Again, I will talk about that as we wrap up today's video right before the pack opening. Until then, though, we'll need to break down the deck list and showcase it within our gameplay. This is a fairly new deck, plenty of additions within March of the Machines, built around the Botanical Brawler for 2 mana, 1 green, 1 plains, or 1 white, a green and a plains, a forest and a plains, or a green and a white source, okay? As a creature elemental warrior, it will enter the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. It's a 0/0. And whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on another permanent you control, if it's the first time a +1/+1 counter has been put on that specific permanent, you're going to put another counter on the Brawler as well, which is really cool, right? So make sure to be putting counters on all of your stuff. It's going to push up the Brawler. That is absolutely phenomenal. And then we have the Invasion of Gobakhan, another new card here for 2 mana, 1 generic, 1 white, as a battle siege with 3 protection counters on it. Enters the battlefield, look at their hand, exile a card, they can still play it for 2 additional mana. So it's nice to get a card that they would have wanted to exile instead, or not exile, sorry, discard, and they can no longer discard it if it's in exile, so that's phenomenal, and you get the tax on that, which is really nice as well. But why we're playing this is more for the Light Shield Array and enchantment if you do get to flip it, which is, you know, really easy to do in this deck. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature that's attacked this turn, and then sacrifice the array at instant speed to give creatures you control hexproof and indestructible till the end of turn. So not only does it act as an offensive card with the +1/+1s on each attack, making every attack even stronger than the last, but it also provides, you know, that instant speed protection, which is really cool, right? So that Brawler is going to trigger multiple times as that invasion triggers, which is really cool because it puts it on everything that attacked. That's going to be 3, 4, 5 different permanents, all triggering the Brawler, which is really cool. It is also a non-legendary, so you can stack it, and that's absolutely ridiculous because it's going to be triggering off itself, which is a lot of fun. We also have the Ozolith, the Shattered Spire here for 2 mana, 1 generic, 1 green as a legendary artifact. And if one or more +1/+1 counters would be put on an artifact or creature you control, that many +1/+1 counters are put on its +1 instead, which is really cool, right? So additional +1 counters on everything, and for 2 mana at a tap, you can actually put a +1/+1 counter on a target artifact or creature that you control at sorcery speed, which is decent, you know, nice way to just sink your extra mana into something. And you can cycle it for 2 if you happen to draw the second, because there's 2 in the deck. Not too bad, you're not stuck with it, and really liking that quite a bit. Other new cards in the build, the Dusk Legion Duelist for 2 mana, 1 generic, 1 plains, 2/2, with Vigilance as a soldier, which is actually, you know, going to come into play here in a second. And if one or more +1/+1 counters are put on the Duelist, draw a card for the first time each turn, which is really quite enjoyable. It's a 2/2 that's got Vigilance, like I said, and it's going to grow and become more formidable while the game goes on, attacking and defending and drawing you cards. It's great, right? The bee's knees. So that's all we have in the deck that is new, building around it with some of our old favorite cards here. First and foremost, the Siege Veteran. Now that's where that soldier card type comes into play. For 3 mana, 2 generic, 1 plains, 2 power, 2 toughness, human soldier. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Really, really nice synergy for the deck here. And whenever another non-token creature you control dies, create a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact creature token, right? And so that Duelist is a soldier, and you know, something does happen to it, you'll get a token, which is nice. We will be utilizing 2 copies of the Simian Simulacrum for 3, 2 power, 1 toughness. When it enters play, put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature you control. Replay it from the grave with haste, self exiles, I guess you could say, on your end step, which is nice. So, you know, that haste attack is cool from the grave as well as you go for lethal. There's 4 copies of the Hopeful Initiate for 1 mana, 1 power, 2 toughness with training. Pay 3, remove 2 +1/+1 counters from it, destroy target artifact or enchantment. You know, really good control within the deck. You know, other control in the deck, Fateful Absence for 2 mana, instant speed. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Its controller will investigate. Soul Partition, instant speed for 2 as well. Exiling target non-land permanent, and for as long as that card remains exiled, its owner may play it, and they're just going to have to pay an additional 2. We can actually exile our own things here as well to protect from our opponent's removal, and there's no taxation on our own end, which is quite nice. We have the Wandering Emperor here for 4 mana, 2 generic, 2 planes, 3 starting loyalty with flash, entering the ability, activating loyalty abilities at instant speed the turn it entered play. All right, +1, putting a +1/+1 counter on target creature against first strike. Really nice within the deck at flash speed. -1, creating a 2/2 samurai with vigilance, and -2, exiling tapped creature, gaining 2 life. So, you know, some further control here with additional value via the Wandering Emperor, which is quite nice, right? We have protection and, you know, a bit of a finisher within the deck via Tyvar Stand, 1 mana +X, instant speed, gain hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn with +X as well, which is pretty cool, right? So whether it's a protection spell for 1 or you're going in for additional damage for your excess mana, it's going to be pretty smooth. Aside from that, we will have some value here with Ajani Sleeper Agent for 4 mana, Phyrexian Hybrid. You can potentially pay 3 if you're paying 2 life via the completed. 4 starting loyalty. Again, you know, if it is completed, it will only have 2 starting loyalty. +1, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature or planeswalker card, put it into your hand. Otherwise, you may put it on the bottom. You can, by all means, keep it on top. -3, distribute 3 +1/+1 counters among 3 target creatures. They gain vigilance. Phenomenal. That's what we're running Ajani for, right? Because that's going to really help the brawlers and the rest of our creatures for that sake. And -6, you get an emblem with whenever a creature is cast or a planeswalker is cast, target opponent gets 2 poison counters. So, you know, that's just kind of fun, I guess. You don't need it. You're really looking for the +1 value generation of the draw and the -3 token distribution. Our final card here that I don't think we've talked about will be the Clay Champion for 4 generic +X. It's a construct, 2 power, 2 toughness, entering the battlefield with 3 +1/+1 counters for each set of forests cast on it, and distributing a +1/+1 counter among 2 target creatures for each set of planes spent to cast it, right? So this is, again, really nice with the Brawler. We can put +1/+1 counters on multiple creatures at once. It enters with its own +1/+1 counters lots of the time, so it's going to help that Brawler up, and away, which is right. And, you know, the Thicket, the Farmland for consistency, some basics, and the Endures and Empires for the utility lands, right? So a good-looking deck. Really liking it. We've worked with it now quite a bit, and you know, I'm proud to say that this is a build that you could use to rank up. We struggled with it. We've got a good win streak going on once we, you know, fine-tuned the list, added some lands, and you know, things are feeling a lot better. So, you know, new season is very aggressive for those first couple days and even the week. Don't be too hard on yourself. I know it's a lot of mono red, it's a lot of Invoke to spare, but you know, if you're not looking to play that way, you want to keep it fresh, entertaining, try out Selesnya +1 counters. That being said, after today's gameplay footage, you get the sideboard guide, right? You get the deck review, and you get the pack opening. So don't go anywhere. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, become a YouTube member, all that, and let's play some games. Our opponent is going first. I'll keep 7. We still have a nice 1, 2, 3. We could double drop on 3 as well. I think I might. That's really good. Pretty greedy, but really good. Oh, I love Esper Legends. My favorite deck to play against. Except for 1. Can I get a turn 3 Rafine, please? Come on, don't be shy. Turn 3 Rafine. Turn 3 Rafine. You can do it! believe in you. They might want the removal, but just play Rafine, and then next turn you get to play Sheoldred, and then I'll scoop and you'll win. Hey, that's pretty good too, right? Brawler in. Removal on the Duelist. The Initiate kills the Might. Smart lad. We've got Vigilance, so we can hit clear. And, well, you know, here's another one. Always was, always has been, and always will be a turn 4 Sheoldred. So annoying. Take the draw, which is not great, thanks to Sheoldred. It's the God card. The Egyptian God card, Sheoldred. The game ruiner for everyone. And now you just kind of wait for your opponent to scoop, right? You've played your Sheoldred, you've won the game already. And maybe they scoop, or maybe you just have to sit here. I'm going to sit here with my opponent, right? I don't really like to scoop. They're realizing that. They're like, oh, normally people leave the game and I auto win when I play this card. Bro, this is ridiculous. Come on. All right. Simulacrum out. Bet your bottom dollar, I take the draw. Push up the Brawler. Wasn't this interesting? So we're going to deal with that Might as soon as we can. Let's get out of the way of a cut down. I'm going to smash with them both. Sack that Plaza. Protect your Sheoldred. You're good at this game. You can do it. Let's freaking go, dude! Ah. Urtai resurrected. Killing my creature. Be brutal. Forcing the draw. Losing 2 life. We get the Vigilance hidden. Of course, why don't you just gain 2 life every turn? For no apparent reason. I love you, Sheoldred. More draw. Cool. Beans. Cool. But beans. All right, let's get down and dirty. one off each of them. Kill the Might. Take Shoulder now while Plaza's unavailable. I think that's important. Now we can take our draw without punishment. That kind of gives me confidence to swing. Let's freaking go, dude. Double train. Rona blocks the Simulacrum. Oh? No mana. Oh, Rafine. Are you kidding me? Now that's one way to win the game. They get the Might. Interesting. So Urtai doesn't want to block, but might end up blocking the Duelist. Rona should block the Simulacrum. Rona would survive the Simulacrum interaction, right? This is a strange bank. Let's keep that Initiate alive. Take both of their creatures out. They're down to 10. I don't know how we're pulling this off. We may have lethal. We might also get Gixed. Please don't Gix me. It would wipe our entire field. No, don't you dare. Don't you freaking dare, dude. There's always an answer, you know? Until there's not. Good game, Esper Legends. Our opponent goes first. That's fine. I just like to have the curve. And that's, at the end of the day, if I have a nice curve, it's like an experiment, right? Who wins if I'm playing correctly? This is interesting. +2/+2. Hand draw. What just happened to me? Complete Devotion. Target creature you control gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If that creature has Toxic, draw a card. Are you serious? You have another? Wow. That is unlikely. I understand they're attacking. Why would you do that? But you have to. It's a fake out. It is so unlikely to have 2 of those in your hand, even with 4 in your deck. This I'm not risking. I physically can't. Could you imagine? They probably would, just to rub my face in it. You know? We should have just taken the damage the whole time, I guess. It did keep them from playing other creatures, though. Why not? Hold up the stand. Next turn we champion. Hold up the stand. Getting close to lethal. So good. I walked right into it twice, too, you know? So I think this chorus is in, you know, blocking mode. They're having a little bit of land issue, which is surprising considering they've drawn 4 cards already. Duelist is good. Yep. This is really good too. Right, just start taking the draw. Keep smashing as well. Ooh, 12. Hopefully they don't find the Screvel Hive for life gain. Absolutely, they would need to cast something. That's going to spend all your mana. +2 to 3. We can plus as well. They're tapped. Let's just dump into it. Indestructible doesn't die anyways, but you know, why not spend all our mana? Dweller's back in play. I hate it. I hate it. Let's take our draw, see what we get. I'm okay. They're going to block the Duelist, right? Yep. It's a soldier. So we're getting 2 1/1s. But it's our draw engine. And then we're going to push up those 1/1s. Turn 4 Shielded, like a... Well, it's not turn 4 anymore, I guess, but... Land 4 Shielded. 2 creatures. Wow. I think I'm going to pay 0 and just play that... 2 of each, please. And then let's take up these 1/1s. Play another veteran. Get these up there. And we're all in. Big blocks, and I guess that'll be it. Taking a mulligan here. This looks good. Turn 1, turn 2 is great. Let's toss a land, build to 4. Just looking for that 4th land, right? Luck Companion. It's pretty good. Ooh. That makes for a good 3-drop. Let's hit for 1. No block to 19. Bouncing the Doogie Doo for an additional draw. Nice. Very good. That 3/3's in the way, too. We'll just save it for the Wandering Emperor next turn. We could push this to 4. This would get removed, though. No attacks. We're big chillin'. 4th land. Wedding announcement. Okay. Lay down arms on my brawler. That's brutal. Make the token. I will swing, train, and then token on the brawler. First strike out, get the kill. We should survive their attack, I assume. Most likely taking the Wanderer down to 2 with a draw. Another companion, also for a draw. Farmhand drawing a Plains, basic of course, which is pretty good. And, you know, it's basically a draw. And then here's a 3rd draw for the turn, right? That's pretty crazy. So here's the Duelist. Here is the plus on the Duelist for a draw. Also a counter on the Brawler. And yeah, we're going to smash. Here's another counter for the Brawler, and the Initiate will train. There's a block. 6 damage down to 9. Pretty worried about a field wipe. I think I'm going to keep some juice in hand, and if it is a field wipe, we can protect something as well, right? That's a big card. 2 mana up for the companion. Another draw. I don't really see an attack. So this will transform as they make a token, which is pretty good. Okay, let's take our turn. 5th land is nice. Down to 9. We want to bounce that wedding with the soul, which gives us 3. We take a draw. Take our counter. Take a plus. On the Simulacrum, I guess. It's going to push it to the Brawler. And then we're going to smash for everything we can. Train, another one on the Brawler. They're tapped, and we're going to Soul Partition this Wedding Festivity. We're going to take away that +1/+1. Maybe we get in for lethal. I don't know, you know. And they're going for it, eh? I mean, you're going to have to block the 9/9 somehow. Or you will die. What? There's some things in this life I'll never understand. But that is clean. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We didn't even need to bounce that because the block, but we like to show them what we had anyways, right? Get that 3 for 1 on that one block there. That's really good. Going first, no turn 1. But there's a really nice turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, dare I say? I mean, turn 4 is there with the veteran either way, but maybe we get the champion. 2 thickets to start as well for nice land consistency. Oh, they're gaining life. Interesting. It's a reanimator deck. Slow life gain lands. That's always my... Yep. At Raxa incoming. Discarding it. It's always in their opening hand. World spell. That's... Okay. You know, I'm going to concede there. That's pretty cool. Let's draw. Also hit for 3. 4th land confirmed. Oh, I don't like the Mirror Breaker at all. Let's go get him. We get to draw here again. This gets us out of a Brotherhood. And also spreads the butter, so we get 4 damage no matter... Oh, we get all 8. They really want that treasure. Shuffler's fine. 4 Siege Veterans in our hand. You know, what's that about? We just need the Fateful Absence, though. Still no at Raxa to Grave. They do have the field wipe, though. Oh, no. I think isn't that live? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. They've got the land. Yeah. We're dead, dude. Just gonna wipe the field here. It's a good play. I was greedy. We get punished for it. We should have held up the Wanderer. Oh? Non-battle. This is a saga. Look at the top 7. Reveal. 2 non-saga permanents into hand. And then they just get to play them on 3 there, right? Oh no, they went straight to 3 already. It was they read ahead into the Primal Conqueror and the Enigma Goliath. Nice. What? This is cool, actually. You know, at least I'm not getting wrecked by an Invoke Despair again in Shieldred. Holy. We gotta kill this, right? What? Ward 3 and pay 3 life. Oops. I thought it was just ward pay 3 life. Oh my god. What a dick. Ward 3 pay 3 life. Not ward pay 3 life. Oh my god. That's awesome. Literally the greatest misplay of all times. Don't shame Scoop, though. Ward 3, pay 3 life. It's funny how, you know, I just go to, okay, Ward, pay 3 life. I don't even look at the 3 symbol. They're going to flip this, which is not great. Busting up their tokens. It also provides life gain. Only on the 2/1/1s, though. And those 5 additional 1/1s. Land out. We're dead. Steel Seraph gives us flying, but it's not enough. Because we take away the life gain. Take the draw. I mean, we're still just dead. There's no way out of this. Don't be silly. No. I mean, that may come in handy next turn. There's a good chance we just die. I like how they're giving that haste just to, you know, Kiki this brawler. Isn't that a little obsessive? I mean, I guess they're basically unlethal anyways, though, right? They actually might even be. Ay, ay, ay. No blocks. Okay. Opponent goes first. I don't know. I kind of want to get this Duelist out. See if we can find our 3rd land. Oh, Boster's bad. Bad, baby. We don't want to lose our draw engines. We'd rather lose a token engine to early game removal than a draw engine. But we really need to land. They crew hit for 4. I assume. Probably have cut down in hand as well. Yes, 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 yes. Third land off the top like it always was. Thank you. Big money, no whammies. Please don't cut me down. Please don't cut me down. Thank you. And now we're out of cut down territory, you know? We're out of blood harvester territory. We're ready to double drop. Hopefully we get that 4th land for the Wandering Emperor, but we'll never know. Could be Shouldered, which would suck. Doesn't it always? Depends on whose side of the battlefield it is. Oh, it could be a Brotherhood's End. Don't you dare. It's sushi. I love sushi. Duelist out. Initiate out. Push up the Duelist, takes a draw. Brawler goes up. No attacks. We don't want to lose it. And if we are, you know, let's wait till we have a Wandering Emperor to get in there. A little first strike or something, right? Maybe they tap at sushi and I can just exile it. That would be probably the best outcome. We're at 13, they're at 17. Not great. 3 cards in their hand. They do have the draw here. Looking for some removal, I assume. Get rid of our draw engine, right? I like how the Brawler kind of takes a little bit of the pressure off the veteran. Here's the hit, down to 9, no blocks. Ouch. What you got, Willis? Nothing, okay. Push up the Duelist. That's going to push up the Brawler. What kind of removal do they have? We get a nice draw. Let's take the hit. I mean, they've got 3 mana, and I'm sure there's some kind of removal here. Oh, that's not great. Just lose the initiate. There's the blood. I take it sushi now. All right, they're tapped out. Thank you very much. Gain 2 life. And of course, you know, that Duelist does have Vigilance. And the Wandering Emperor is not crazy important to protect at this stage in the game. Here's the draw. 4 cards in hand. 4 available mana. For our opponent, that is. We take a draw. Grab a counter on the Brawler. Oof. That's going to be game. We can play this other Brawler with the Siege Veteran. Go to town a little bit further. Nice. Our opponent goes first. We keep 7. Playing, I assume, to be slow. Ooh, Soul Partition's gone, but they do see our game plan, and that's worth just as much as far as I'm concerned. Buster, sure. We probably just play into Liliana here. Mono black on the play is really bad. Hopefully they just draw. They're like, maybe I'll find a cut down. Excuse me. Do you think they have it? They don't. Weak Scape Cut down. Okay, so far so good. We hit for 3 to 17. I don't want to lose a creature, though, at all. An Obliterator. Oh, my God. That's literally game ending. It's just going to... Well, no. I don't think they want to crew it. Right, they want to just sit there and defend, I guess. Oh, my God. Becky, look at that top deck. It's just so good. Give praise to your lord, Sir Mix-a-Lot, and he shall bless you with thy top deck. Gotcha. So far, I mean, there's probably an Invoke, a Shieldred, another Shieldred. You know, who knows? So, you mean crew up? Yeah, absolutely. Both the Brawlers going to trigger again. We're going to smash in for 5. Dare you to block. Lose that double draw. Okay, so far so good. How could this go against us? So many ways. I'm not even really too scared of an Invoke here. I think we have lethal if they invoke us. Which is a good sign, you know? I think they want to play like a big shouldered, have maybe a blocker, but then I think we go over top of it. I'm going to keep the Brawlers because they combo on each other, right? Ajani's out. This is tasty. This is tasty. Goodbye. So they get 3 counters, and then they're each going to get counters from each other. We're on a 3-game win streak. Beating Invoke Despair, finally. You want to know? I added some lands. We were at 22 lands. I brought it up to 24, and now we're consistently winning those games. Our opponent is going first. That's fine. I mean, we have a turn 2, turn 3, which is all we can ask for. Grabbing our 4th land here as well. Oh, more Grixis. We love to play against Grixis, don't we, chat? I'm going to wait till I can protect it. Just respond to our opponent here. That's funny to me. Duelist in play. We have Stand as protection. Here comes turn 4 Shieldred, like it always was. No blocks, take the damage. Take our turn. Interesting, that's pretty weird. Counterspell, question mark? Must be. Could still be a counterspell. Also, another removal spell would do it. Okay, we're good to go. Take the draw. Hit for 4, not too shabby. They're going to draw here to 4, and then on their upkeep to 5. It's a lot of cards, right? Good value. 5th land in play. We lose our Duelist. And we now lose our Simulacrum. They're tapped, they double draw, dealing 4 damage. Disgusting. I'm just going to see what's in your hand, because it's probably another. That's funny to me. think I mean, I want these out, but I honestly think we go Brawler, Champion, kill Gobakhan if we can. Third land. I guess we'll have to see here. Gesundheit. There is the discard and draw. It enters. We go to 3, and this goes to 4. We hit, they block, right? They block or try, and I'm definitely sure they, you know, I would, anyways. And then it's just down to 2. We get the creature, which is good, I guess. Try to dodge a field wipe. Try to dodge more invokes, you know? Oh, I hate that card. So stupid. Shoulder it as well. Kiki Jiki, another great one. I'm fine with Hitsugo. You want to play that Hitsugo? Go hard. I hope you beat me with it. I'm sure you will. You know? We need a Soul Partition. Do you think they got it? No attacks, let them draw it. They could always do that thing where they play a second copy of it. Are they transforming, or they're going to sacrifice it? Nice. That's really good. And was it the second card on the top? It was? You nailed it, dude. Good game. Oakley Dokley. Getting a nice little win streak with Selesnya +1 counters. I'm wondering personally, and now this is up to debate, should we have the added red within the build for Helena and Helena? The partners, right? That would go really well with the Brawler. Of course, we did do the Naya backup deck that was focused around pushing Helena's up, those +1 counters. This doesn't have any backup. It's just, you know, old school +1/+1 counters, which I really like. And I do think that she would fit quite nicely in here. Now, how crazy you know, are we adding Kiki Jiki to the mix? Are we adding, you know, maybe some red damage-based spells to the mix? Dare I say a Jet Mirror? Or is it just Helena, you know? Let me know what you guys think of potentially a Naya version. Would you like to see it built? Hit me up in the comments below. And of course, if you have any suggestions as to the main board here, don't hesitate. I really like this variant, but I'm always looking to improve it, of course. I want to talk about the sideboard. If you are a traditional player, you want to play best of 3, got you covered. Coming up against a black and a red deck, you know, they've got the End the Festivities, the Brotherhood's End, you know, it's all there. You know, the Go for the Throw, whatever it happens to be. Surge of Salvation is going to be your Knight in Shining Armor for 1 mana, instant speed, you and permanents you control. Gain hexproof until the end of turn, prevent damage that black and red sources would deal to creatures you control this turn, right? So if your opponent's going to target you with something, this is really nice as well, because you yourself are getting that hexproof, as well as your creatures from a potential sweeper, like Burn Down the House is another one, right? Ossification, if you need to take a planeswalker out, you don't want to give them a draw, and they don't have any enchantment removal, this could be for you. Of course, you can take out other things with it as well. It's no problem. We have 2 copies of Ossification in the build. Running it as long as they don't have enchantment removal. Archangel Elspeth, this is nice for the control decks because it can put out additional value. It dodges Farewell. It +1, those 1/1 counter creature tokens in play, which is really nice. And the -6 in this deck is ridiculous. If you are against that control deck with lots of removal, just grab everything back, right? So, I really like Archangel Elspeth in those games that are going a little bit longer. The Steel Seraph, mono red is everywhere. You need the life gain. This is going to help you. It's also going to potentially increase your damage output if they've got blockers and get up in the air. Recommission, really nice if there's a lot of removal. For 2 mana, you can grab a creature with mana value 3 or less and put +1/+1 counters on it. Not too bad. Of course, a creature would have to enter the battlefield this turn, which it would do because we are not bringing back non-creature artifacts. But again, the synergies with this deck is really nice. Of course, you just trigger the Duelist if you want there, which is phenomenal. So if you're facing removal and they're not exiling your grave, you want to grab some stuff back, go for it. If they are removing stuff, they are a control deck, you might want to think about Thalia as well. Just tax them. Probably, pulling some of your non-creature spells out, which there's not a lot. Potentially, depends if they're running Farewell or not. You may want to, keep some Planeswalkers in there for that, and just don't worry about the tax. But of course, maybe some of the other stuff can potentially leave. That Soul Partition, you think it's great, and it basically is just protection for you at this point, because you don't want to, well, the taxing them's fine, but they're going to get to it again anyways, is what I mean to say, right? So you might be better off to drop some stuff like Soul Partition and just, tax them hard for the entirety of the match with Thalia and get some damage in. Graveyard control, the Scrapgorger, and the unlicensed Hearse. Don't let them get stuff in the grave. I like the Gorger because it can, attack without having to crew anything, which is nice. But it is subject to removal a little bit more so than the Hearse, but we just run all 3 for consistency's sake. That's kind of, my beginner sideboard guide. I am getting a little bit better at the sideboarding as well. Of course, we've done plenty of sideboarding, but like I always say, there's room for improvement. So if you have any thoughts about the sideboard, hit me up in the comments below, like, HGG, we got to talk, dude. Why aren't you running this, and this, or something, and tell me why. Why are these cards good? So the people who may not know can follow along with what you're trying to convey. Okay, so with this being said, it's pack time, baby. Let's go. I wouldn't leave you hanging. We're here. We have our March of the Machine box of packs ready to go. A fresh pack laid out on the table, and we are ready to shred in. Let's freaking go, baby. All right, go this way. Okay, so this is an art card. I have no idea what it is. Emery, Lurker of the Lock. That must be a list. You guys know Emery. You know the combo deck. Just what a terrible experience this is. That's like the Kethis combo, right? And our first card is a Plains. We have a Shapecraft, Expedition Lookout, which I don't mind. The Heel Slasher, oh my gosh. Bane Splitter. This Censor, we really like Phyrexian Censor. That is a phenomenal card. The Furnace Gremlin, a dual-sided card, Order of the Mirror. The Mage Ring, another dual card here. Invasion of Vryn. What is this? Oracle of Half-Truce. 4 mana. 3/2 with Menace. Enters the battlefield. Target opponent looks at the top 3 cards of their library. Separates them into face down pile and face up pile. Put 1 pile into your hand and the other into your grave. Interesting. So that's pretty nice. We'll put that aside here. Oh, that's pretty nice too. Invasion of Gobakhan. This is such a good card. It's not even funny. And then we have an Injector Crocodile, so the Swamp Walk, and our Night Token. Not too bad. I mean, I'm happy with this Light Shield, right? That is very good. And the Half-Truth is bonus! Ayo River. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a magical day. Join me for another pack opening and deck video again soon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on all of that. We are almost at 50K. Tell your friends. Help me reach 50K, chat. I know you can do it. And just looking forward to spending some time with you in our next video. Have a magical day. I'll see you soon.